Hello, here I am again, Geoff Hunt, and today I'm going to be looking through my bookshelf again today so that you can see what I keep in my little library. So I've got 3 little classic books that I use quite a lot, and I'll just run you through these. The links will be in the link below, and also there's some more YouTube content on my channel if you'd like to go and take a look at that, which is lovely. And also if you want to grab yourself a lovely surveyor's mug, then that's also on my YouTube channel. But we'll kick straight off with a great little book. Obviously, when you're trying to think of words for various details of houses and things like that, you obviously think, oh, what on earth is the real term for that? And this guy really helps out, Pervers Glossary. And this is quite academic, I suppose. It does it all in alphabetical order with some pictures, and there's little diagrams as well. So it doesn't really help if you're not too sure what it is, because it doesn't guide you through that. It is literally in alphabetical order. So it's got phrases like vernacular, vaulted, roofs, wainscoting. Do you know what wainscoting is? Maybe you better look that up. And all sorts of things, winder staircases. So it's quite detailed, and it's a great little read when you get stuck thinking, oh, I'm not quite sure what that is. And I think that's through Yale University Press. Like I say, I'll try and get the link up there for you and put that in the details below. Now, a good little thing is, obviously, I'm very interested in eras of construction because that's the way I do my journeys through defects and housing. So it's a great little find to get little books like this. So very thin sort of paperback. This one cost me £6 at the time that I bought it. I don't know how much it is now. And this is from Shire Libraries. A great little collection here. They do so many different types. And this is the 1950s home. Now, you might think that this is a little bit sort of like, you know, amateurish really. But to be honest with you, there's so much details in some of these books. So we've got different eras. That's actually Coventry Precinct. There's a town I was from, city I was from. And so it helps you to string together what the social history was in these eras. We've got some cross-wall construction there. Lots of housing schemes. Got some great little floor plans there to show you the typical layouts. It's very important to understand those so that when you look at the more modern, you know, altered version of the house, you've got some idea of really what's been changed. Typical styles there. The hipped roof, which is classic at that time. The advent of tower blocks. The Cornish unit number 1. So there we are. There it is, sort of being built in that era. Obviously designated defective nowadays. Also some of the technology that was going on at the time. Very useful to know in terms of what you would expect to find. Sometimes we see sort of flues and holes and all sorts of notches in buildings, wondering what they're for. It's normally all for the services at the time. And really just gives you some idea of what the thinking was of the time and the significance of some of the rooms. So the kitchen has changed over the years. Kitchen diners. The garage has changed, for example, what people use. And here's one with a fireplace with that kind of strange fire that we might not be used to. So fireplaces change dramatically over the years, and even if you're looking at a Victorian building that has gone through the 50s and was refurbished in the 50s, you can get some really good idea of what it was about. Lots and lots of DIY. People were doing loads and loads of DIY. Could be good, could be bad. Some fantastic decor as well there. When you look in some cupboards and understairs, you see some fantastic wallpapers and lino. So that's always interesting to find. And it's good that you can sort of really set an era of when the house was changed, when it was altered, like even if it's not built in that era. So a fantastic set of books there. And that is the Shire Libraries. Now, the final one I've chosen for today is one from Ian Rock, and he's basically worked with Haynes, and he's brought out like the Haynes manual of buildings, and they're great. These are really good for terms of the diagrams and the photographs. Again, really based around an era here. So it's got some defects as well in it that there can be problems with. It's also, I mean, it probably is for public consumption, but again, it does show some fantastic architectural details of typical things. Double bay window there, typical 1930s. The type of glass and glazing you're looking at. So again, it's very useful to be able to gauge what is authentic and what isn't authentic in a house of this type. So obviously, we mainly do find things like, you know, UPVC windows are around, but you know, what is the original heating system? How much of this is original, and what kind of details are we looking at to get us into this era? So Ian's done a fantastic job on these books. So some lovely door details there, typical of the era, and with some fantastic handles. And also you might be able to see, well, you know, we just wouldn't accept that these days. So certainly some electrical fixtures and fittings. Looking at fixtures and fittings is quite useful, again, to give you some sort of continuity of what you're looking at. So by having all those kinds of identifiers in the background, you can start to piece together the house that you're looking at, whether you think it's authentic or not. And that all helps you to line all the processes together that add the red flags, that gives that little bit of quirk, that can add value to your surveys and the information that you're giving. And it also helps you to build a really, really good roadmap as to how we have devised and built our houses through the years, and how it is that some of the defects keep recurring time and time again. So I hope you've enjoyed that little jaunt from my library. I've got my YouTube homepage. If you'd like to subscribe and like, that helps me a lot. Thank you very much. And so until next time, I shall bid you all adieu. Thank you very much.